Hi there. Welcome to my live tonight. Tonight, I am talking about bad habits that we need to kill. Bad habits that are keeping us stuck, that are slowing down our business, that are killing productivity in our lives and our businesses. So, these are bad habits that you must break immediately to improve your life in the next 100 days. Because you know what? Habits define us. Habits, they in the words of Samuel Johnson, the chains of habits are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. Sometimes we have habits in our lives that we don't even realize are keeping us stuck. They could be things that have been ingrained in us since childhood, the way our parents raised us, the way our teachers taught us and spoke to us, and the way we interacted with other people in school and things like that. We acquired habits that we aren't even aware of sometimes. And it's easier to ignore habits. It's easier to just keep going on with life. But if you take the time to reflect, to plan, and pay attention to these habits that might be keeping you stuck or hindering your progress. And also, we need to kill excuses that we keep telling ourselves. Jordan Belfort said, the only thing standing between you and your goal is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. You know, we tell ourselves all the time, it's easy to say, I'll start, or I'll have more success when I have more experience, or I have more money, or I have more time, or I have more resources. We'll tell ourselves many, many things, but quite frankly, it's just keeping us stuck. So what the first thing, number one thing you need to get rid of is our super connected habits. We are super connected to the internet. We can get contacted by our phone, by Twitter, by email, by Facebook, by Messenger, by LinkedIn, all these ways that people can get in contact with us. So when we are trying to be productive, when you are in the middle of a task, and you have a project in front of you, or you have a specific task in front of you, put that phone on do not disturb. It's a certain amount of time. The world's not going to end in the next 50 minutes that you're spending on this project. But we need to break that connectivity habit that we have to be able to be reachable at all times. Now, number two is multitasking. I know if my husband's listening to this, he's going to be like, dang, you say multitasking is like your thing. And yes, I know, as women, multitasking is kind of ingrained in us. I used to think I am the queen of multitasking. I can get so many things done at once. But the truth of the matter is, yes, you may be getting like 3 things done, but each one probably could have gotten done faster if it was your full focus. And if it's something that you're listening to, your attention is like in 5 different places, you're not hearing most of the information. And so it kills the creativity. It kills the productivity also, because when you're splitting your attention and you're doing things, you're not doing anything to excellence. And it's like the tests have shown that it takes 23 minutes and 15 seconds to return to the task that you were interrupted from. So I know as women, it is a very hard, and I still have a hard time trying to kill this habit, because it is so ingrained in us, especially as we, in our culture, in the United States. I'm not sure if you're watching this somewhere else in the world, but in the United States, especially, and I know most European countries, multitasking is seen as a good thing. But when you're trying to be productive, it can really kill your productivity. So the next thing is saying yes to everything. We are often taught to say yes because it's seen as polite, not rude. It's seen as you're open and available. and things like that. But it's also a killer to your productivity. It's a killer to your creativity because it limits the time that you have to create. And it limits that time that you have to. So I'm not saying say no to everything, because there are things that we obviously have to say yes to, and there's things that we say yes to that are going to help us, whether it's in our life, whether it's in our business or things. But I think that's part of the evaluation. Is this something that I need to say yes to? Something I should say yes to? Something that maybe I need to say no to now, but maybe yes to in the future? So those are just things to, think about. Another habit that a lot of us have is acting on the directives of our inner critic. Nobody is more critical of us than ourselves. Um, Lewis Hay said, remember, you have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Try speaking to yourself like you would speak to your children, or you would speak to your spouse, or you would speak to your friend that you want to encourage. Try speaking that to yourself. I heard a explanation today about our lower selves and our higher self. And this is also a spiritual correlation where, it's that lower self is constantly dragging you down. It's constantly telling you can't do these things. And it's like that devil on one side and the angel on the other side. And it's like, kick that devil, kick that spirit, that critical spirit out, and be like, I am better than this. And I don't need to criticize myself, because we get enough of that. We don't need to do it to ourselves. Another thing that we need to quit doing is aiming for perfection, because perfection completely kills creativity. We will never achieve perfection. And especially when you're aiming for it, you're always going to see something to improve. But you have to get something done. And and when you get something done, you can always improve upon it later, but get it done, get it out there, get people's eyeballs on it. And as you progress, you may be able to go back and fix something, but aiming for perfection is going to kill any creativity and any productivity. So remember, the words done is better than perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection, if you're trying to attract people to you, trying to do business with people, if you're always perfect, most people will feel like they can't join you. They can't be a part of what you're doing because they aren't that good. So sometimes when you're not perfect, it actually helps to attract people to you, because you're more human and you're more, what's the word I'm looking for? You're more approachable. So the next habit that we need to break is delaying the launch of your passion project, something that you are passionate about. And sometimes we have these projects and we just sit them on there. They're on our to-do list, but we just keep putting them away, putting them aside. It's like, I need to work on it, but it's like, and it's like action begets outcome. You have to take action to get that outcome. And when you get those outcomes, you get more of those outcomes, you then are more apt to keep having more action behind it, because you're seeing the outcomes. And remember, it's like, even if it's not the best thing that we can put out there the first time, even if it completely fails, failure is not final. We can always improve upon things. We can relaunch. There's always something you can do. Taking a step, no matter how small it is, but take that step. And, it's like somebody said today is about, when you tell somebody to drop, like just a simple assignment, go, I want you to take this pen. I want you to drop it. And we'll come up with excuses. It's like, well, I have to go out and get a pen. Well, what if I drop the pen and the ink like leaks all over my clothes? Drop the pen. What if I drop the pen and it marks up my really good outfit, or it breaks? Drop the pen. We have to take action. The point is take action. Don't just sit there on a simple task or something that you're doing that is not moving forward. Take those steps and move forward. And the last thing that habit that we need to break is delaying. Well, it's probably not the last thing, but it's the last thing that I have on my list is about worrying about our weaknesses. It's very easy to focus on our weaknesses. It's very easy to be like, I can't do this because I'm just not good at that. I'm not good at live videos. I'm not good at creating content. But there are things that we are good at. And focusing on your strengths will help you to get better. And as you focus on your strengths and you do the things that you're strong at, those weaknesses will come along also. And I think it was Roy Bennett, focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on your blessings, not your misfortunes. And these are things that will help you to keep moving forward in your business. Break these habits because they are not helping you. They are not. Sometimes it's like we don't even realize that they're habits. And if there's things like that I've spoken about today that might resonate with you, if you're stuck on any of these types of habits, are they hindering you? Are they stopping you in your business? I encourage you to join this challenge that I am a part of. It's a 5-day challenge, and it will free your mind of things that are holding you back. It's all about the entrepreneur journey. And it's things like day one, they talk about what does it really take to be an entrepreneur? What kinds of skills do we have to work on that really help us to be an entrepreneur? And day two, they'll talk about the journey of the entrepreneur and things that hold us back, like I've been talking about today, and getting rid of those things and how to overcome those things, practical things to overcome those things. And we also talk about marketing secrets of the Fortune 500. We talk about who your audience is. Who are you talking to? All these things are encompassed in this challenge. I encourage you to join us. I will drop the link below. And if that interests you, if you would like to join us, let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.